and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay and I'm here with episode 3 of Project 52 and I'm excited. Another week has come and gone and it was a very busy week. It was Christmas week. This therefore will be also the last time that you will see my lovely Christmas tree in the background because today is New Year's Eve. It's the 31st of December and tomorrow the new year is starting. I'm very excited. So today being the 31st, I think this is a good opportunity to talk to you about what I did in the past year, but also some of the things that I will do or have planned for 2019. So if you are familiar with some of my previous videos, perhaps episode 1 and 2 of Project 52, you'll know that I'm starting 52 projects over the next year. I've already started 2, more about the second start later in the video, but there's 50 more starts planned for the coming 50 weeks. So as far as what I'm starting, pretty much all is fixed. Well, not too far ahead. I try to just plan 12 starts because I was afraid that if I planned the whole year, I would be kind of annoyed when I came around to start 40 because it would have been something I picked over almost a year ago and it might not entirely be what I wanted to stitch. So I only planned the first 12 starts and only kitted those up. And once I get nearer to start number 13, I will kit up more. So my overall goals for 2019 are very simple. I would love to finish 19 projects in 2019. I finished 18 projects in 2018, so I met my goal there. And I would love to do the same in 2019. As far as what projects they need to be, I have not really set any goals there. I just want to stitch the way that I feel like it. Even though I give myself a schedule, I don't want to say I need to finish 19 current whips or 19 starts, or it needs to be 10 starts and 9 whips. It's just whatever gets finished, gets finished. And of course, projects that I'm closer to on a finish will probably get focused on more, but this is logical. So 19 finishes in 2019, and apart from this, I have a secondary goal, and my secondary goal is that I would like to reduce the number of projects that are in my box of shame. I have finished, as I said, 18 projects in 2018, and I have not done enough with the projects that I finish. My mill hill kits are fairly easy to fully finish. I usually do this right away and therefore they end up in my tree. All my mill hills that I finished are in my tree, but some of the larger projects that I finished in 2018 or before are still my box of shame. So my secondary goal of 2019 is to fully finish one project each month, with the idea of reducing my box of shame to, I guess, virtually none, because I don't think there are that many projects, but this will help also with new projects not becoming citizens of the box of shame. And it's especially the bit larger pieces that I'm not gifting that I want to keep for myself that are in there. So I'm gonna try to frame where I can, or make pillows, or maybe take them to the framers if they really need to get stretched or whatever. And yeah, 12 projects there. So 19 finishes and 12 fully finished objects are my goals for 2019. So that was a lot of talking. Now we go back into what you came for, which is my week's progress. This has been the second week of Project 52, which means that on Monday I started my second project and I worked on this from Monday to Thursday. It being Christmas, and I already told you my crazy schedule last week, I did not get to work on as much as I hoped because I did not want to kind of, I know it's not wasting, but waste time on stitching and concentrating on one thing when I didn't see my family for a while. So I usually just stitched right before bed or when I was in the train, between families, so to say. My second, ooh, things are crashing and falling down here. The second project that I started was the Prairie Schooler Bump in the Night. This is a leaflet. I don't know if it's an original leaflet, could very well be. And this is book number 201. And I'm stitching the big one. I would love to stitch the tiny ones too, but for now I'm just finishing stitching the big one. And I'm stitching this on a scrap piece of even weave, which I'm pretty sure is 28 count, and I'm doing it 2/2, which makes it 14 count. And when I was stitching on it, I noticed that this fabric has a really loose weave, and threads from the fabric from the even weave just kept coming out and out and out. So this is why I took the opportunity when I was at my grandmother's to get the edges serged. So no more fraying, and it's kind of appropriate. It's black, so it fits the theme of the piece. And yeah, I started in the left top corner, and this is how far I got done. Just did the witch, the first part of the boo, and then I worked down to her bottoms. And I wanted to finish the whole witch in these 4 days, but I didn't get that far. Also, I didn't fill in any of the orange because I decided that I would just work on the brown first. This is not actually black. This is a brown. And this is which brown? 3371. And as far as the orange is concerned, the specific one that they asked for on the pattern, which is 3826, is one I don't have. But since I have a lot of oranges, I decided to just pick one of my stash. I haven't decided yet which one I'm gonna pick. I'm just gonna do it like this, yeah. It's either going to be the bright orange or the slightly more rusty orange, which this is the rusty orange is 3853, and the bright orange is 741. Yeah. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards the rusty one because this is kind of too bright. But yeah, we'll see. It's going away for a bit. Don't know when it will come back out to play. Oh, this is a bad folding job, but yeah, we'll work that out later. Then, yeah, on the Prairie Schooler, I only got to work 3 days. 1 day I didn't stitch. But yeah, that's how it goes with Christmas. And then the second project that I worked on is my whip pre-2019. So everything you saw on the whip parade, an older whip, and I focus on one piece until it's finished. So on Friday and Saturday I worked on this one. Oh, I should actually take it out of the cube snap, which I didn't do. Should be more prepared, but today being New Year's Eve, I've been running around, but I wanted to make this video, at least film it. I don't know if I get to upload it today, but we'll see. Anyway, I only got to work on this 1 day, but I'm pretty happy with the progress of this 1 day. The last time you saw it, I will insert here. So I had just started the D, and right now I'm here. I finished the D for Duende, but it looks more like a dwarf to me, or as we call them in Germany, ein Heinzelmännchen. So yeah, loved working on this. The colors are nice and bright. I have to say I am kind of disappointed by the color palette, because I don't know if you can tell, but the color palette is very limited. Even though there's a lot of colors, or it looks like there's a lot of colors, every time this green is the same, which it is a pretty green, but you know, especially with all the grass under the Bigfoot, under him, under Juenda, on the E will be also the same green. The dragon is the same green. You know, it gets kind of tedious with the same green, but what I really like about this project, I can stitch one letter in a day if I have time, you know, if I have a lot of time. I had hoped to finish the top row, but I'm pretty happy with the D progress. And I already finished stitching the letter, and I started on the rest. And the rest, I guess this one's called Elemental. So yeah. I guess my goal for next week is to finish the E and start on the next row. Especially if I get to work on it 2 days. It should be doable. And then the project that I spent my time on yesterday is my first start, because this is my focus project on the Sunday, which is the starts in the order that I started them in. And the projects that I started last week was Belle's Ornament by Dimensions. It's a Petite Collections kit, Petite Gold Collections kit. And I will insert what it looked like last time here. And yesterday I spent the majority of the day stitching on this. I really took a lazy day after Crazy Christmas. So I got quite a bit done. Not as much as I would like, but I also know that it's crazy with all the color changes that are going on in this piece. So here it is now. I finished the background banner here, including the green banner. And then I finished this entire red sash in here, and I started the leaves that are going all around. I guess a little slightly better visible like this. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the progress. If I get another Sunday like this, which I assume I will, I hope to finish at least this part of the bow and then go to the other side of the bow and maybe start filling in some more of the bell. I guess the piece only goes until about here, so not so much. Yeah, I'm really happy with the progress on this one. It's going nicely. So maybe Bump in the Night doesn't have to stay in hiding so long. I definitely will not finish this the coming Sunday, or so what is this, the 6th of January? Definitely will not finish it then, but I definitely will finish this in January. A little too late for Christmas, but hey, already right ahead on schedule for Christmas 2019. So let's see. Yes, I will show you some of the things that I got for Christmas, because my sisters actually don't want to give me anything stitching related for Christmas because they think I already have too much stash, especially my middle sister. She refuses to give me anything. Also, I think because she doesn't really understand how much I like to do it, but that's okay. I mean, I can fund my own stitchy obsession. However, my younger sister surprised me because she got me 2 things stitching related for Christmas. I think she's starting to understand because I got her into stitching about a month ago when we went on a trip to Canada together, and I have been meaning to show her for a while how to do it, because she was sort of like fake stitching on one of these iPad apps where you sort of paint by numbers, but instead of filling in the whole square, they display it as stitches. So I've been meaning to show her, and what do you know? She got kind of obsessed about it. She's just a one project at a time stitcher now, but she has already finished 2 projects, which pretty proud of her. And especially the first 2 days, I had to thread the needle for her because her fingernails are so long. She couldn't, and she's kind of like shaky, that she couldn't get it threaded, but now she does it all by herself. I mean, it's not like she's a kid or anything. My sister's 22, so I don't have a baby sister. But yeah, still, she has trouble with keeping her hands still, so it took a little bit of time to get focused enough to thread the needle. But she has been very enthusiastic. She's been stitching an entirely different style than I, which is cool to see what she picks. And the only difference between us is she stitches just for the fun of the stitch, and then she puts it away. And I stitch also to display around my home. So maybe I can confiscate some of her pieces and display it. That would be really cool to make sort of a collaboration wall. Anyway, she gave me 2 things for Christmas, which I had asked for on my wish list, but still. The first one is a Mill Hill kit from 2006, and this one's called Santa Sec. It's just a really simple, tiny piece, and this is the companion. No, it isn't. I thought it was the companion piece to one of the things I already stitched, but it isn't, because I didn't stitch any of these other ones. Maybe I have one of these other ones. Don't know, but this one I didn't have. And then this one is one of the Renaissance Santas. Sorry for the glare. And this is Florence Santa, and I really, really love the detail in the painting that he's holding. Just really like it. And I don't know if I can find him quickly. Oh, here, yeah. One of them, one of the companion Santas from, so the Renaissance Santas were released in 2016, and I already finished one of the other ones, and this is Venice Santa. And he's been hanging on my tree, so it's gonna be nice to finish his brother, so to say, his country brother, in 2019. Who knows, perhaps he ends up on one of my start lists. So yeah, that was my haul. Not too much, but I do plan on having a bigger haul in maybe the next video if it arrives, or the week after, because I have explained my Stitch from Stash last video, but since I managed to reach my goal of 18 finishes in 2018, I decided to give myself sort of a bonus on the 1st, which is tomorrow. I have not decided yet how much I'm going to give myself, but I'm thinking around 50 euros as a bonus for meeting my goals and for not straying from Stitch from Stash since March. I have not spent €1 more than I earned credit for, so I'm very proud of myself for keeping within budget and meeting my goals. So I think this is worth some extra stash, don't you think? And this would be very nice to kit maybe up some other projects or get some projects that I might do in the coming year. So I will see what I buy, but I definitely need some DMC for the alphabet. I'm missing 2 colors, so I need those. And then for the rest, I will see what I get. And then to finish this video, I will show you start number 3 that I've planned. I actually already started it this morning, so I'm not going to show you on what fabric I do. I'm doing it. I'm going to keep this for next week, Monday. So the first start was a kit, the second start was an internet pattern or just a pattern in general, and the third one is always going to be a magazine's pattern, and I'm going to rotate this throughout the year. So this stitch is from Cross Stitcher issue 202 from August 2008. And there's actually more things I want to stitch from this, especially the lion, but I have already stitched a tiger and a lion, and I'm working on a lion in my whip parade, as you probably have seen. So even though I like him, first I need to finish the other one. So what project am I stitching on? This is called Beside the Seaside, and it's very dainty and cute. And it's this little sachet. I'm doing it on a piece of white 28 count or 32 count. I'm not entirely sure. Even weave, and yeah, already started, like I said, and I'm, what did I want to say? Already started, and you will see my progress next week. So this was everything for this time. Any questions or any comments are welcome. You can just leave any questions below. And I hope you have a very nice New Year's Eve. Be safe. Hope you had a great Christmas, got great gifts, and I will see you in the new year. Bye!